What's up, ZenDoc fam? It's Baby from the ZenDoc here, and it's good to see you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, I will be creating something that I haven't done in a while, and I am longing and wishing to do, which is a sculptural bowl, home decor. Before we get into today's video, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will subscribe, as it does go a long way to support the work that I do, and it also ensures that you continue to get tons of DIY art and home decor inspiration. So thank you. Anyway, like I mentioned, today we're going to start the process of making a sculptural bowl, and I have in front of me a piece of flexible wire mesh, which is what we'll be using to create the frame for our bowl. As always, all of the materials I use will be linked in the description. So if you have any questions about any of the things that I will be using throughout this process, just check the description box. To get started, the first thing I will be doing is creating the frame for my bowl, which I really will start off by joining the ends of this wire mesh together to create a base point. So almost like an envelope in a way. As you can see, I am pulling all of the ends together like so. If you're working with wire mesh, I always recommend wearing gloves. I know I am not wearing gloves, but they're really sharp to work with and really easy to hurt yourself, especially if you're not familiar with it. So be responsible for your safety. If I'm holding all of the ends of the wire mesh together like so, it really will form the base point for the bowl. So what I'm going to do now is start working on that frame. I'll move the camera closer so you have a better look at what I'm doing. But ideally, the idea would be to create the form and use duct tape to hold the wire mesh together, and we'll check back in. Now that the back of the wire mesh is duct tape, this is kind of the blurb that I have. And my next step would be to work with the wire mesh, figure out the shape of the bowl, and glue the wire mesh together with my hot glue gun. And we'll check back in once we have the frame all set. Okay, so the frame for the bowl is all set. It's not looking like much right now, but it's going in the direction that I want it to go. It's going to be sculptural, it's going to be rough, it's going to be one of a kind. However, there are a couple of things that I like to keep in mind, which should be put into consideration if you're creating a bowl like this for yourself. One is balance in terms of how will it sit when it's, put on the table. So thinking about the bottom, you want to make sure that it can sit balanced. Another thing in terms of functionality is kind of, I put in divots so that you can be able to lift it easily without issues, almost like a handle. But anyway, my next step now would be to cover all of the wire mesh with a layer of plaster bandages, which I will do by cutting strips of my plaster bandage, wetting it with water, and using my brush to smoothen it over the wire mesh. So let's get back to work. So this is how the tray is looking. I have covered the entire piece with a layer of plaster bandages, and I'm pretty happy with the look. It looks really interesting. There's some parts I am a little unsure of, but we'll probably build up and adjust during the sculpting process. But anyway, right now my next step is to begin to layer this with my joint compound paste. And that's what we will begin doing today. So let's just get to work. What's up, lovely people? I'm really excited because it is finishing day for this bowl. It's actually quite heavy at this point. I've added adequate layers of my joint compound mixture. Um, and I'm at the point where I am ready to paint it. I believe I mentioned at the beginning that I wanted to keep this rough. So I haven't even sanded it. I did try to layer smoothly in areas, but when I do move the camera up close, you realize that it is a beautifully flawed piece. It's got roughness, it's got so much character, which is exactly how I want to keep it. And so I'll be painting this with my coffee. Um, if this is your first time seeing me paint with coffee, it's something that I enjoy, and I do this every now and again as part of my work. And so what I have in this bowl is some ground espresso beans with a bit of hot water into just a little bit of a slightly thick paste. It's not very thick, but I will be, as a next step, brushing this coffee over the bowl, and let's just get to work, shall we? Oh, I want to say, if you plan on doing this, use a brush that you don't truly care for, because the coffee does get into the fibers of the brush. Not that it can be recovered with a lot of TLC, but just keep that in mind. But yeah, let's get to painting. And this is how it came out. It is beautiful, it is sculptural, it is unique. It's got that patina with the coffee that would only get better with time. It is definitely a conversation piece. I mean, she is the moment, she is the time, she is a whole experience. I am absolutely in love with this piece, if you cannot tell. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. Oh, I also did seal with a matte spray varnish off camera, just letting you know that as well. You definitely want to seal your pieces. But yeah, I just really love how it came out. Let me know what you think. Here's another look in a completely different environment, somewhat styled. I can picture this on a shelf, on a coffee table, on a media console, entryway console, name it. It's just gorgeous. As always, all of the links will be left in the description box. So check there if you have any questions as to materials. But this has been so much fun. Until next time, take care. Bye.